It's a fantastic day and a good time to get into all the things happening in the entertainment world. Welcome to The Squeeze. My name is Seymour, and the tall, dark, and handsome man here with me is...
Ebuka Williams.
You're flattered, you're all blushing.
You know, there was a way you introduced me that I can't help. I don't find anything to say again.
Really? Well, we have a lot to talk about today. Trust me, your celebrities are up to a lot of things. But there's a particular topic that's trending out there. It's all about. Let you know all about it. But first of all, let's get to the headlines. Tonto Dikeh shares relationship advice for single men and women. Yemi Alade reveals her ideal man as well as her business venture.
Yeah. And Dolakbo Shijoade speaks on being married, acting in her first movie and her plans for 2016. We bring you all the glitz and glamour from the on-air personality wedding Ebuka will be.
Truly, that wedding was amazing, trust me. Well, also, it's a battle of words with celebrities and their fans. Somehow, celebrities are giving epic tweets on social media with their fans. We'll find out all about that. Plus, Rugged Man finally, excuse me, finally pens. I need to take a deep breath for that, trust me.
Definitely take it.
Rugged Man finally pens an open letter to Nice in regards to his apology.
Oh yeah. I mean, I just want to know about that, right? I mean, this story is just getting more interesting.
Trust me.
You know, by the day. And finally, not finally, an inspiring story of a bread seller turned celebrity. Yeah, I know you want to know about that.
For a minute, I almost would say, can I just be a bread seller so I can get all that?
I started noticing those bread sellers now. They started dressing well, you know, use powder and all that kind of stuff. Well, you know, when is your time, right?
True that.
I'm sure you guys want to know about that. And finally, we bring you all the beautiful magazine covers for the week.
All this and more we'll talk about after the break. We'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. It's still The Squeeze, and let's get into the news right about now. Recently, actress Tonto Dikeh shared a photo with a honest caption on why most times we should ignore looking for our type and settle with those who we truly love. Now, according to her, this is what the caption says. A woman, Rachel, likes a tall and slim man, while the husband likes the shorter women and older women. But for one reason or the other, they met each other and they're not each other's type, but they finally did fall in love. And as they say, the story continues, or the rest is history. Well, Tonto went on to say, I know most of us have a type. However, some of us may finally realize our type is full of, she used the S word. We've got to stop being so superficial. The king or queen you've been praying about may be wrapped in unfamiliar decoration. Open your eyes and be open-minded so you may not kiss your gift goodbye. They may very well be in your presence. Hashtag major key, hashtag my type used to be flashy, and they always come with these packages. Lies, broke, fraudster, fake, and always making me do all the spending. Interesting advice, I must say. You know, we women, we have, let me say some women, we have criteria. He must be tall, dark, and handsome. He must have a lot of money in his account. He must drive the best car. He must be tear-rubber, as a matter of fact. And, he must be slick. He must be this, he must be that. But for one reason or the other, we don't get to meet such a person.
Are you using style to tell me your specifications?
Well...
Tear-rubber.
No, please, don't. No, but for real, everybody wants a tear-rubber,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Guy. And that's the new slang, by the way. Everyone says,
tear-rubber guy.
I need a tear-rubber man. He's got to be, without stains, without controversies, without anything. But what do you think about what Tonto Dikeh has said?
Well, I think she's made a lot of sense with what she said, because, a lot of people, women especially, have this fantasy man idea in their mind, and they keep on finding the faults in most of the men they meet rather than looking for the best in them.
But...
there are some things that, are really important, like...
Let me ask, Ebuka, what would you say is your type of woman?
In what sense? Is it the physical or...
whatever it is, just give us a glimpse into what you like in a woman.
Well, generally, like a lot of men out there, we like women that, we can basically connect with, personality-wise?
You're ignoring the question. Tell me, okay, let's go physically. What do you like?
Physically, well, I like a lady who, is a top scorer in Arsenal and scores goals in Manchester.
Honestly,
if you get what I mean.
For you ladies, single ladies out there, he's trying as much as possible not to reveal his type because he's single and he doesn't want you all drooling over him. He wants to take his time and find the right woman. I think that's what Ebuka is doing.
I mean, it's not good, find the right woman, not the one that will be making me do all the spending like Tonto Dikeh said.
Well, great advice, I must say, Tonto Dikeh giving out to young ladies and men out there. I mean, it's a good advice, but trust me, for the ladies, I know you have a type and he could be tall, dark and handsome, and then you meet a pot-bellied guy that is short, that is brief, and doesn't have a lot of money. Are you going to manage him all because you don't want to stick to your type of man?
Well, why are you managing him? There should be something, they're making you manage him. Is that there are not men out there again, like...
Well, but there are women out there who say, look, well, I'll manage him as long as he has money to throw around, things like that.
I mean, if money is your value, then...
Anyway, shout out to Tonto Dikeh for that. I mean, since she got married, she's been throwing out one advice or the other for single men and women. Well, what more?
Well, I mean, speaking of ladies, and dishing out their opinions about men and all that, there's also Yemi Alade who, came out and said she likes a man who has a sense of style and humor.
That's interesting. I really want to know what are the specifics she talked about in her ideal man. Is it just...
Well, I mean, she said that she wants a man who has drive and ambition, and not just talks about it, but also shows it.
Interesting.
So basically, she's trying to say, don't just come around and tell her, by 2025, I'm going to be the richest man in Lagos, and she wants you to show.
To work.
She wants to see the architectural plan.
No, but for real, that's a good one. But come to think of it, do you know I've never actually heard of Yemi Alade in a relationship before? Is it that she has worked really hard to keep her private life private, or she has not been in a relationship at all?
One thing I've noticed about all these celebrities out there, a lot of them, especially the ladies, we hardly hear about their relationships. I don't know why. Is it gets too busy for the man or too big for the man? Sometimes.
I don't think it's that. As a matter of fact, as a female celebrity, there's this fear of, if a man comes towards you and you're having a relationship, there are points where people start to delve into your private life and say things they're not supposed to say, or the person gets into the relationship because of your personality. But the fact that I haven't heard anything about her relationship, who she's been dating, if she's dated anybody in the industry, I must say that if she actually is dating someone and she's kept it a secret, that's a good one.
Well, but from what she's saying, I don't think she's dating anybody.
Has she ever? Never.
Maybe she dated people before she blew. Before she became the celebrity that she is. But she's saying that she's looking for a man who has style, who has a good sense of humor, who has ambition, who has drive. I think that's basic for what most people look for, really. But I don't know, it's not like she's giving us any specifics into what she wants to do,
No, but we know she's opening up the card right now.
I mean, but there's a twist to it now. There's a twist to it. She also it also says that she's like delved into fashion. Yeah, and she also, she wants to use the business and use the time to fulfill her youthful days, and and she has a lot of love for African fashion, and she says she wants to go into shoe designing as well. I mean, that's Yemi Alade.
The first time I saw her collection, I said to myself, this is amazing. For the first time, we have a female celebrity who is not just expressing her fashion sense in the way she dresses, but this time around, she's bringing it out to the world and saying, look, you can look like me as well. Have you noticed that there was a point on her Instagram page, she did tell people to take pictures of themselves in her own postures that she did.
Yeah, I remember
And you need to see what fans were doing.
It was creative, I say it was creative, really, really creative. But then again, another angle to it is that is she doing all this fashion, to make all this money just in case that man doesn't come? Independent, single ladies.
No, she did. The man definitely will come. I won't be surprised if Yemi Alade one day just springs out of nowhere and say, I'm getting married so day. Do you know?
I won't be surprised if Yemi Alade springs out one day and says, I'm now a baby mama.
Hell no. Hell no. I'm totally done with the whole baby mama thing in the industry. It's overflogged. I think right now, young women should grow beyond just being called a baby mama. And I'm sure Yemi Alade is not going to tag that line.
Well, it's still good. I think Yemi Alade should make male shoes anyway, so that's, I can update my collection.
And we can patronize our own, and we're Nigerian design.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Moving on, TV personality Dolapo Shiduaje, who recently got married, is sharing with the world everything that she enjoys as a married woman. Well, the interesting part is that she has also moved into acting. Oh, yeah. And she did talk about her first movie. Now, this is what she said. Speaking on the challenges on acting in her first movie, which is Diary of a Lagos Girl, she says, I've acted in dramas, but the movie was all about having story for an elongated period of time, although it wasn't that different from shooting TV. I haven't got the chance to watch the movie Diary of a Lagos Girl, but I'm sure from the title anyway, you get to picture what the story will be like. Well, she went on to talk about to share advice to people who are intending to get married. You know, there are young ladies out there who have put it as a target in 2016. Checklist of the things they want to do. Here is what Dolapo says. She says, before you get married, you need to know yourself. It's not about the age. You need to have experience certain things. You need to decide what you want in life. I think as a woman, you need to know yourself inside out before you can compliment another human being.
Oh yeah.
True word.
Very true.
True word. You know, sometimes we say the only way I find happiness is when somebody comes into my life. But the truth is that if you do not learn to love yourself...
Oh yeah, you can't love any other person. Self-love is very, very important.
I don't like the smile on your face. It's very mischievous.
Love yourself.
Fantastic advice.
But I mean, I would love to see Dolapo in the movie, really, because I love the way she usually is on TV, and all the shows she's done over the years. I would love to see her do a movie, and that's something I'm looking forward to.
Really, we're all looking forward to it. And talking about looking forward to her movies, she's got a whole lot of plans for 2016, and she talks about the fact that she'll be working on more movie projects as well as shooting the second season of her show. Yes, she does. She does have her own show. I think it's called the Mercy Project, where she basically talks to celebrities and rest. I'm looking forward to seeing her in a movie, actually.
Yeah, I mean, now that she's married and,
But the thing, I really don't know how she's going to handle being a married woman, a TV host, an actress.
Well, in this industry in Nigeria, you have to blend everything together, right? And I think she'll really handle it well. I mean, she seems to be very happy. She seems to have a whole life, balanced out and all that kind of stuff. So being married, and doing that, I think she should be able to pull it. Well,
the most important is that she's happy. Being married, she's happy.
Exactly.
And you can see it all over her face, and she tells you, look, I am happy. Life is sweet being a married woman. Yeah. Anyway, good for her.
Now, speaking of work and marriage and combining, Ebuka will be weds in grand style, the honor personality.
True that, and his wedding definitely had all kinds of celebrities.
Oh yeah.
Everyone looking glamorous. Now, do you know the catcher, the catcher in that whole ceremony? The fact that Banky W was one of the groomsmen in that wedding. He was also the groomsman at Jules' wedding.
I was going to say that, like, have you seen this trend that says, this is this person? Yeah. And they say, this person, blah, 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 blah. This person is smart, be like this person. Have you seen that trend anywhere?
No.
Okay, so I came around this trend. If you could check it out. It says, Banky W, this is Banky W, right? So, Banky W has been groomsmen for almost everybody's wedding. Banky W is single. Banky W is smart. Be like Banky W.
Meaning what? Are you saying the likes of Ebuka that is married now and he's very happy? Did you see?
No, like, Banky W has been at everybody's wedding, yet Banky W is still single. Like, they've been throwing the bouquets.
And he refused to catch it.
Banky W has refused to catch it.
Well, he has said he's going to get married pretty soon. Okay. But gosh, did you see the smile and happiness and gladness in the face of Ebuka and his wife?
Yeah. I mean, the wedding was awesome. It was beautiful. I mean, I wish I was there, Turn up, that kind of stuff.
I am totally happy for them, really, and I wish them the best of that. It's like some of the people in the industry are beginning to pick up on the marriage trend. I need to get married as soon as possible. Yeah. I need to get off the market, which is a good one. Yeah. So the likes of Lynx and Banky W and the rest of them who are still single, this is like a call to order, like, you know.
I hope I don't
we don't
get-
mean you should rush, but, you know, just take a gentleman walk into it.
They shouldn't rush, but at the same time, I don't want to see Banky W in anybody's wedding again. If I can say that, doing groomsmen specifically, like Banky W, don't just become as a guest. And speaking of guests, there was Dola Kweshijwali at the wedding, Maya Tafo, OCUKJ, Bolanle Olukane, Toke Makinwa.
And the outfits that Ebuka actually wore, the suit, the tuxedo, were all from Maya Tafo.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's a
Fantastic.
brilliant designer.
Fantastic. And I love the wedding gown. She looks so amazing. Oh, well, I'm going to go and take a breath with all of that. We'll go on a short break. When we come back, we'll talk more about the interesting things happening in the entertainment industry. Plus, who is this bread seller that has turned into a celebrity? Really?
Yeah.
We'll find out all about that when we return.
Welcome back to The Squeeze. Now, we're still talking about all the, the glitz and glamour happening in this industry, but now we're going a little bit to social media.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now, social media has been going like so crazy recently, and we've had enormous, events where celebrities block people on Instagram and all that. And there's the recent ones happening again. There's Sound Sultan. So it all started like this. Sound Sultan posted a picture celebrating Omotola on her birthday.
Okay.
A day after her birthday. So a fan on Instagram decided to remind Sound Sultan that that wasn't the day. So he goes to his Instagram and says, "It was yesterday, not today. Sound Sultan, you smoke crack, ni, LOL." So I mean, a lot of people say, a lot of people like reply celebrities all the time, but South Sultan like took it P on this one, and let's take a look at what South Sultan said to him. He said, "But say if na real life, go fit talk like that."
I don't know what to say, honestly. I feel like social media is it's like a war zone where everyone feels they have something to say. Another person who had something to say on social media was actually Blackface, the music artist Blackface. Now, as we all know, there's been one issue or the other. He accused Two-Face of allegedly stealing his song.
Yeah.
And then he accused Wizkid of allegedly copying his style on Oju Elegba for whatever reason. Now, he went on social media and then he said, he mentioned, I have bread, or who is hungry, there's food and there's bread to eat. I don't want to say much because this industry, they can now go and steal it. And I said to myself, one would have expected that these two people will put themselves out of social media and go out there and respond to each other. I don't get why it has to be on social media. Niola had her own experience as well.
Yes. I was going to mention that. I was going to talk about it generally, but I'd love to mention Niola's issue. She shared a barefaced photo of herself on her Instagram, and Celebrity Live, they all want you to be on fleek like Kim Kardashian every single time. But she decided to just go natural, right? And somebody decided to say, a fan went on her Instagram and said, Niola, please be more flashy because she's a star and stop being all natural. Niola wasn't here for that and replied the fan. And she's like, you think you need to wear a wild armor of clothes, makeup and all to the fly? Maybe that's you, but honey, I'm first human, then a woman before anything else. If I can post pictures when I'm fly, I can post pictures when I'm not so fly.
That's right.
Then she goes, I'm not asking to be told how to live life.
Fantastic.
So she's doing the I woke up like this thing. I woke up.
No, really. I think we need to learn to draw the line when it comes to social media. And for fans, for the love of God.
Well, I kind of have a contrary, or should I say, a kind of different opinion to that. Social media is the only platform where you would get the raw and real opinion of people.
Okay.
So whether their opinions work with you or not, or no matter how ridiculous those opinions may be, they're still their opinions. So I think it's a way of actually knowing what people really think, rather than,
Fine, Ebuka, you're right. It's a place where you can share your opinion and say whatever it is you like.
It has its edges, it has its extremes. I mean, people go all crazy. Wizkid has blocked quite a number of people. Lynx has, I've seen issues with Lynx and a fan, like 2 years ago. I've seen issues with Wizkid, where Wizkid tells a fan that broke people think they have an opinion. and somebody, talks to Links and says, this Links is just very useless. And Links decides to reply and says, my account balance is laughing at you.
But really, I think,
and stuff like that.
I think fans need to, it's true, social media is a place for you to express your views and opinion. But for the love of God, you need to realize that, first of all, these people are humans. The celebrities you celebrate all the time, they're humans as well. They're bound to make mistakes. They've got flaws as well. And you don't expect them to be all packaged all the time. You don't expect them, what did Sans Sultan do wrong? For saying happy birthday to Omotola, whether it was yesterday, today, tomorrow, next year, the most important is that he took out time to celebrate his own. I feel that fan had no right to ask if he was smoking crack. As a matter of fact, I think the fan was actually the one smoking crack, but they didn't know who to direct the whole annoyance to. Now let's go to Niola. We have painted beauty and celebrities in a different form. We expect that celebrities should be flashy all the time. But guess what? They have their down times. They have times where they want to say, look, I just want to take a picture and look natural and let the world know, as much as I'm a celebrity, I'm still just like you. Telling her to look flashy and not look natural all the time, for heaven's sake.
Well, it depends on her brand, or what her brand is all about. There's some people who build a brand of all flashy every time, every single day. You can't catch them on the way.
Good luck with that.
and all that kind of stuff. But still, again, social media has its extremes, I must say. There was a time, the celebrity puts up a picture on Instagram. I'm not going to call her name, and some Instagram fan just comes and says, "Oh, please grab some fashion sense." So I saw that and I jumped to the guy's Instagram, and to see the guy giving us fashion opinions. And before you know, he's wearing red cap, red suit, red trouser, red shoe, red everything. I was like, why don't you just snap in red background? Let's know.
So let's know you're the man in red.
So it's just so funny.
Social media has gone out of place, and I think everyone needs to take a chill pill. Let people be themselves. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone has a right to do whatever it is they want to do on social media. All you need to do is tag along, be nice. It doesn't hurt to just be nice.
What I would just say is advice to all of you out there, just go on Instagram, go on Twitter, be normal. Just say things the way they are, so that one 16-year-old boy or 11-year-old boy will just not come and insult you.
I'm telling you,
on social
honestly.
Media. It's so funny.
Well, moving on from all about social media to something quite interesting. Now, weeks after Tony Payne got trolled by internet users because of her comments about eye sprains in his girlfriend's drama, Rugged Man penned an open letter in which he pours out his heart to everyone. Now, these were his words. He says, in 2010, Nice released a song that made a lot of people wrongfully drag me into a terrible situation. People who misconstrued the song, and it created a rumor. A terrible false rumor that was filled by journalists and bloggers who were only after hits on their sites. Bloggers and journalists who did not care to investigate and confirm the rumor, but chose to print and post it anyways, not caring who get hurt in the process. I remember pleading my innocence and that of Tony Payne, but social media people, being who they are, chose not to listen. I remember calling Nice on the phone CIA style. I don't know what that means.
Well, basically
CIA.
Like secret style,
Secretly.
Not on social media.
Not on social media. Anyway, Rugged Man goes on to say, I remember calling Nice on the phone CIA style to talk to him about it, and he was clearly heard admitting the song was not about myself or Tony Payne. I remember asking Nice to publicly clear the air on the terrible rumor, but was shocked when my friend said he would not because he was busy and didn't have time for such. Again, nobody wondered why. Fast forward to 2016, 6 years later, and I was surprised when I heard that Nice has finally come out to say I never slept with his wife and the song was not about me, and even apologized on top. That he has finally come out to say the truth about the issue that cast a negative shadow over my head and that of his ex-wife for 6 years. All I can do is smile because I know me better than anybody out there who insulted me over the matter. I said it again, and I'm saying it now. Michael Ugochukwu Stephen will never sleep with his friend's wife. And then he goes on and on and on and on, but he ends up saying, I do not know why and exactly what it was that made Nice to keep quiet all that while. I did my best to clear my name without you and moved on. Anyways, I accept your apology and thank God we are all alive. What a lengthy open letter to Nice. I mean, he didn't write it to Nice. He wrote it in regards to Nice's apology. What do you think about this?
Well,
after 6 years.
After 6, like I said, I had an issue with this first time I heard it. Like, why would you allow such a story to like linger on for 6 years? But I kind of believe Rugged Man for only one reason only. You see, when a man begins to do his naming ceremony again, he say, I, Michael Ugochukwu Stevens, one of Anambra State. I don't sleep with my friend's wife. I mean, that statement works for me because when a man begins to say all his names,
all of that,
you know, just to explain something, then maybe he's saying the truth, right? Maybe he actually didn't sleep with her. My issue is, why did Nice allow it linger on all the way for 6 years?
Yes, I think everything boils down to Nice's intention with all of this. I guess he just wanted to get the whole publicity that came with it. He wanted to be in the news. He wanted to be the victim at the time. He wanted to be sympathized with. And he got the attention of everybody because everyone kept saying, oh, someone took your wife. Someone slept with your wife. But really, he did all of that at the detriment of his friend's integrity,
exactly.
His friend's personality, his friend's image. Because trust me, that period, Rugged Man was just down there, and everybody was willing to punch their hands into his eyes.
Rugged Man had a few songs coming up that period that people were beginning to like know Rugged Man even more and even enjoy him more. Mm-hmm. But suddenly it kind of phased out. Both Nice and Rugged Man, if you look at it,
sure,
you know, from another angle. But then again, I mean, it's happened for 6 years and all that kind of stuff. The only part I really don't like about this is the fact that he says, I accept your apology and thank God we're all alive. 2016 has been a year of drama. I wish this was I wish he said, I don't accept your apology.
And we're gonna go
like another, you know, that kind of another social media drama, you know.
Well,
and I get to have my soap opera on Sunday to read, you know.
For me, I think Rugged Man was being mature about it.
Well,
I mean, it lingered for too long.
Mature, right?
It put him in the line. It put him in the picture for all the wrong reasons. And it was like, at a point, Rugged Man was just quiet because there was nothing he could say to defend himself anymore. Because the person who was supposed to come out and say, he didn't do it.
Kept quiet. And not only kept quiet, sang the song that people rumored to be referring to that situation.
To the situation.
And he still didn't clear the air that the song is not about it. So,
well, shout out to Rugged Man for at least coming out to say something. I mean, and handling it in a very, very mature way. And I don't know if I should say shout out to Nice, but Nice, that was pretty unfair.
Well, I mean, he's come out, right? Finally. So maybe since Rugged Man has
would
accepted it.
Would you forgive such a thing after 6 years?
Well, I don't want to go into
definitely forgive. Okay, I could forgive, but I would start to eat with you with a very long spoon.
Well.
Really. For doing that to a friend of yours. We did a video together. They did a video together. They worked together. Why do that to someone who you've worked with?
You know, I really can't throw stones because I can throw stones to an extent. Like, I mean, he left the story hanging for like 6 years. You know, that kind of thing.
Exactly. That's just the point.
But that's the point, right? But then again, you know, Rugged Man has accepted his apology, so maybe I should accept his apology too as a fan.
Because I love
on behalf
of Rugged Man, right?
I love Nice.
We accept the apology.
We accept the apology, right?
All right.
Yeah, and speaking of accepting things, you know, I mean, there's somebody who has accepted what has come her way. I mean, from being a bread seller to a supermodel, right in front of This Day magazine, on the back, on the front cover. I mean, now that's a huge story.
I still can't catch my breath about that story.
Yeah, because suddenly I feel like maybe I should find something to, you know, if it's gala or bread or something. So when you just once I see sets that they're shooting film
and then you just walk into
I just walk and stop and be bread.
And then you rub out up and down.
Gala, director, gala. I know maybe I'll just blow from that angle, but I mean, Olajumoke's story is really inspiring.
Really?
And Tiwa Bello was shooting, Tiny Temper somewhere on the streets of Yaba when Jumoke, a 27-year-old mother, of two actually, accidentally walked into the shot. Tiwa Bello was going through the shots after she went home, saw Olajumoke and was like, wow, this girl, she wasn't even posing and she looked so beautiful and glamorous. So she decides to go back and, asks around that, who's this girl? And they said it's Olajumoke. And she's like, oh, bring her in. And before you know it, she's on This Day magazine. She has, her education. She has, her education for her children covered already. Nice. She has a portfolio building up for her already. She's joined a hair school. And her life has basically changed overnight.
How else can you describe a turnaround story for someone? How else? There's so many people out there who are working 24/7, who are hustling really hard, and they haven't found this opportunity, and just a bread seller took the right step at the right time. She took it into the shot, and before you know it, she's all over the place. I think this is a story that should inspire everyone out there. If you're a conductor, you're a gari seller, you're a tomato seller, whoever it is that you are on the streets of Lagos, every opportunity counts. Every 60 seconds you have to make a difference in your life, use it perfectly well, because you can never tell when the story will just, turn around.
I mean, you can never tell who's watching.
True.
You can never tell who's, you could be out there on the streets,
Great inspiration, great inspiration. Let's take a look at what people are saying about this. This says, look at how Olajumoke looks not out of place on the cover of the These Days style. Wow, interesting. Someone said, I pray the God of Olajumoke. That was hilarious.
Speaking on social media and the craziness of social media, Olajumoke and Tiwa Bello were trending throughout the period this was happening. Yeah. And then there was a plot twist to it. There was a Twitter goddess, in quotes, that decides to, bring up this plot twist and says, oh, they actually paid her, and how come she's in the shot that way, that it's not possible. And a lot of people were now, backlashing Tiwa Bello. You get, and how, it all happened. And if you look at some of the pictures from the set, what she wore was actually kind of different from what was on the picture. Right? So what she wore here in this picture was actually different. Like if you go to Tiny Temper's Instagram, you see he's actually took a picture of her after they did that shoot, or I don't know whether after or before, but what she wore was kind of different from this. So Tiwa Bello saw this and was like, oh my God, this girl is beautiful. So she decides to work on the dress, you get, and makes it look a little bit better. So that's how people are like, okay, was she actually on the set or not? But Tiwa Bello proved that.
Whatever it is people say, I really don't care. This lady is an inspiration. And I like the fact that during the photo shoot, they brought her child into the picture.
Oh, yeah. For me, that was the best picture. The picture where she was holding the child.
Exactly.
That was just emotional.
Exactly.
I don't like to show.
You need to go on social media and check out the comments of people. People are talking. People are saying a lot of things. People now have to start. I've now started praying, the God of Olajumoke, locate me, and things like that. This is amazing. This is also, what if Olajumoke had used
alternative route that day?
Really? What if she didn't pass that street? What is she? Oh, I really don't. I'm so touched by this story.
I must add something to it.
I'm so touched.
Out of everybody living in Nigeria, I think, I'm not being tribalistic, but I think Yoruba people have a very high discerning spirit. Like your mom can just wake up, a Yoruba woman, your mom can just wake up one morning and she's like, don't go to Oshodi today. It's like there'll be fights. Go to Yaba. So, I can imagine Olajumoke waking up in the morning, she's like, it's like Destiny is on Yaba Road.
I'm talking about.
And she walked right into Destiny on Yaba Road. Look at that. It was awesome.
Well, we wish her all the best, because right now she's been signed to a modeling. She has a modeling contract right now. She's also been signed to a beauty and a hair salon. She will be learning, I think, makeup and hairdo as well. Her kids' education is covered, and trust me, she is the next celebrity. Don't be amazed by tomorrow you see her on every cover giving lectures, and before you know, she becomes maybe an actress, or I really don't know. Well, congratulations to her, and thank you, Tiwa Bello, for not just taking that picture and sweeping it under the carpet, but taking a good look at it and say, look, this person is beautiful, we need to search for. It takes a lot, it takes a good heart to see such a picture and say, this person is beautiful. And then she says, go search for her.
Exactly.
Usually we are too lazy to do that.
Yeah,
We'll just say, babe, let's throw it away, whatever.
You know, I came across another photographer on Instagram who talked about being at a pizza house one of those days. And now he says, now he feels like taking a picture of the lady who served them pizza because she's so beautiful. I'm like, so you're just noticing that she's beautiful because Tiwabelo decides to snap. You know, I'm a boy. I mean, I'm not still saying it's a bad thing, it's a good thing. So big ups to Tiwabelo for inspiring a lot of young photographers out there to actually make the best out of every situation, you know, and try and help people, you know, be of a good heart, you know, to people.
True that. Oh, I'm so inspired. Well, we're going on a short break. When we come back, we'll take a look at who made our magazine cover for this week. And trust me, the magazine covers are looking beautiful. We'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. It's still The Squeeze. And right about now, let's take a look at who made our magazine cover for this week. We're starting with Sofia Vergara, who covers the edit, where she talks about the fact that she doesn't understand why women get upset about being objectified. The 43-year-old actress had quite a lot to share with the magazine in terms of diversity in Hollywood, female objectification, and more. Trust me, I love the cover. I love the way she looks on that cover. She looks fantastic. She looks like this seductive diva. There's also a lot to talk about, to go through on the magazine. Have you watched any of her movies?
I was gonna say that, like, I really don't care about what she was saying in the magazine or whatever the magazine is all about. I've just been admiring the pictures. Like, oh my God, I will buy this magazine just for the pictures.
Just for the pictures?
Stephanie.
You wouldn't want to know what she's talking about?
I don't care. I just look at her picture.
Trust me, the moment I set my eyes on this, I really wanted to know what Sophia was talking about. Plus, I started digging deep to see to find out her recent movies. I am definitely going to find more.
Okay, for that, yeah, I could read it.
Just to see her.
To see more of her. See more.
That sounds like you're calling my name.
Okay.
Anyways, let's go back to the magazine cover. Who else graced our magazine cover for this week?
Okay, so there's Chris Rock, who graces the cover of Essence magazine for the first time. I've been talking about, the objectification of black women and, you know, the problem they're having in Hollywood. I think probably it's still a sequel to the fact that no black person was nominated for the Oscars. And he's the one hosting the Oscars. So, did I say Oscars? Okay. Whatever, but I mean, he's the one hosting it. So, he talks about a lot of stuff. I love the picture too, quite creative. Yeah. You know, you want a picture, you get that it's talking about a movie or it has something to do with movies and all that kind of stuff.
He looks like that man you want to take on a business dinner and, you know, talk about how to sign this check.
The only thing is that if you take Chris Rock, it's just going to make the whole board start laughing.
Fantastic one.
Yeah.
The magazine cover looks amazing. And trust me, with Chris Rock, you get a lot to talk about and a lot of humor as well.
I can't wait for the Oscars. Like, one of the major, highlights of the Oscars will be Chris Rock. Like,
will he boycott it or not?
I don't think he'll boycott it. You know, a lot of people have been saying that he just go there and he's like, oh, hello, white people. Why, why Oscars, and start like throwing a lot of trolls at all of them. I don't think he'll do that though, but I think he's still going to do a very great job, as regards the Oscars. But I also don't think he'll boycott it.
Interesting. Well, guess what? Chris Rock is not the only one who made our magazine cover for this week. The only man, actually, who made the magazine cover for this week. This time around, our very own Nigerian stars, Timi Dekolo, Richard Mofedamijo, and Ike Osakio-Duwe graced the February issue of Genevieve magazine. And hello, these men are something else on this magazine cover. I don't know why you're doing your acting up, but really, these men look delicious. Sorry, they're all married, by the way.
Yeah,
but hey,
some of us are
there's no
single.
sense in saying a married man looks delicious, because trust me, these ones look delicious. And I love the fact that, we're going to be learning a lot from different generations, all about marriage, entertainment, being a celebrity, and a father. Do you have anything you want to say?
So it's married men you are calling delicious.
But there is no offense.
And some of us are single here and we are not even jollof rice. Talk less of being delicious.
Well, you're still no, don't let me say what I want to say, but
This is live TV, please. Be careful. But anyways, and jokes apart, yes, the pictures are actually looking good. I mean, I can't say more than that.
Really, and trust me, you pick up this magazine, you find out a lot about what these men are talking about their marriages, talking about being a celebrity and a father and a husband, how they handle all of that. And again, how do they handle the attention of fans, female fans, by the way, who say, "Oh, can you sign an autograph?"
See, actually, it's not easy. You know, we've been trying to.
I wasn't talking about you.
Okay.
I was talking about them.
Okay, them. Oh, okay. I thought you were asking me how I'm handling my female fans. You know, but
how are you handling it, by the way?
you know, that's what I wanted to say. You know,
Well,
it's not
now.
easy. You know, when you're getting all those messages and DMs, you have to be like, well. You know,
maybe. Okay. Call me later, maybe.
All right.
Fantastic. Well, these are the people we have on our magazine cover for this week. Interesting, you say? Well, wait for what we have more for you on the show. We have an amazing guest who'll be joining us in the studio to talk about a whole lot of things. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, yeah, I am too.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back to The Squeeze. Yes. And like we said before, we have a huge surprise for you guys today. One of Nigeria's biggest, most famous, top-notch.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, you hear his sound and you're like, oh my God, what is this?
Which talent? Who is
Don't
this
take
talent?
I mean, take a wild guess. One of Nigeria's biggest producers. I mean, you hear his songs and you hear his music and what he does, with the sounds. And you're like, wow, this is beautiful. Guys, today we have DJ Kublon. Woohoo!
Fantastic. We are having him right here, the superstar, the man with the magic fingers. I don't know what description to give. It's great to have you.
I feel honored to be here.
Wow.
Trust me, when you listen to songs and you see the celebrities get big, you don't know who is behind all of that.
Yeah.
But before we get to all of that, DJ Kublon, we want you to do a little bit of something for us. Okay. We're going to play a couple of songs and we want you to dance. Give us, the very good steps to those dances.
Asking me to dance, so no problem.
All right, so control.
I think it will be easy for you to dance. I mean, most of the songs you might just at the beginning you might just hear something like DJ Kublon.
Exactly. Well, control room, give us some songs to dance to. Let's have DJ Kublon give us some steps right here.
All right.
That's so.
This is really hot.
No, we are with you. We're copying you.
Go ahead. Anything you do, exactly.
There's this style that I used to do in the studio when the song always comes up. So
Okay.
Like this. Then there's another one like this. Yeah, this style is good.
Fantastic. Let's see if you can do something else for another song.
Let's try another song.
Let's have another song and see what DJ Kublon
I'm not even a good dancer, first of all, but we'll just give you this part, so it not be as if
You didn't do anything.
I didn't do anything.
Okay, let's see for this one.
Which one is this song? I'm blank, man.
Just anything that.
Okay.
Imagine you found somewhere and this song is playing. How would you move to it?
Alright. This is a very hot corner, please.
Fantastic.
Sorry, guys.
You definitely did well. I can't believe that for a music producer, a song plays and you have no idea how to move to it. What about this one? What can you move to?
Okay. I only have one step. Trust me. Just one step.
Okay.
Enjoy the sound.
When you see them in music videos, you see them doing all this thing like, but then what's up, no.
Wow.
Great one.
Thank you very
I mean, for a music producer with the magic fingers, I guess what he just does is I give you the beat, you go with the flow. But for me to dance, hell no. But that's good. Now let's get to know more about you, DJ Kublon. How did it all start for you? At what point did you become a producer and you started giving us hit music like this?
I started 2007. That's when I majored into music production, and I had passion for it from school. I read physics with engineering. So that gave me that ability for me to interact directly with sounds and frequency. So it's easy for me to, make music as I want to do. And so from 2013, that's when I came to Lagos.
Okay. From where?
From Onitsha, from the east. So, yeah, so then I met a couple of artists that I worked with then. That's when I met, Yaya, and then got hooked up with him and started working with him a couple of songs. At the moment, I'm even signed to his record label, that's GPLNG. So
whoa, yeah, so, huge one.
So it was within that period that I got to meet, Kiss Daniel, and then we got to, do lots of work, and even to the day we were in the studio to make Would You, we didn't even know it was going to be a hit. So all we did was do our best. We just did our best, and
which matters.
Which matters a lot, So every time we get in the studio, we always make sure that we do our best.
So first time I heard some songs by some artists.
Yeah.
I would always hear that name at the beginning, DJ Kubulon. And to be honest, to be very honest, I first of all liked your name before the music.
Yeah.
Like the way it just goes, DJ Kubulon. Like I was like, who is this guy? Who's this Kubulon guy?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask, like, how did the name come about?
Well, that kind of thing in school where people mock you for your surname, and then most of my colleagues would be like, Kubulon, they just messed the whole thing up, and then I was like, this is not funny because I don't like it. So they, when someone's trying to look for trouble and then they keep infusing that name on it, I'm like, until a friend of mine told me, man, the only way this thing will get to you is when you don't think about it. Just
so what's your real last name now?
My real last name is Akuba. Akuba is my...
so they always tell you Kubulon.
Yeah, so...
If only they know that you created a perfect name.
It was, at that point, it was itchy, when you have to like take it in and then... But then not
For a top producer like you, churning out those great songs, you look pretty simple.
Yeah.
You seem like a very quiet, very reserved kind of person.
It depends.
Or is there another side of you you're not seeing
It
yet?
depends on the side you want to be in, because this is the side I can put forward to.
So who is this now? Is this DJ Kubulon or the last name you mentioned the other time?
This is DJ Kubulon, and my full name is Akuba Charles Ugochukwu. That is my full name. So the brand, for DJ Kubulon to stay was because I just said, what name do I put to this? I can't call myself, Charles on the beat or something that doesn't just blend. So in school, then anytime we were doing something on any console, because then I used to make beats on a piano. So then they will automatically brand you as a DJ. And once you're doing something on the platform, something, you understand? So you automatically, so that's where the DJ thing came out from.
Tell me the favorite thing about your job.
When I have it all figured out. Because if I'm in the studio working, I need to make sure that, it's a hit, and if it's not there yet, then it's not going to be interesting.
Okay, so now you've produced like an enormous amount of music, like you've done a lot of stuff. Do you have favorites?
All has actually been my favorite.
Everybody has a way of avoiding that.
The thing is, why I'm saying all of them has actually been my favorite is because whenever I work in the studio, I give it my all. So it's what now makes it super interesting is when it becomes everyone's favorite. Because for every song that I'm done producing, I always listen to it over and over again because I listen to it from different perspectives, listening to it like I was the one who made the music. So just to be able to understand how other people are going to accept it. So
now, DJ Kubla, how do you handle the attention right now? I'm sure there are girls flocking around the superstar music producer, and they're everybody wanting to, I want to learn from you. How do you handle all that attention?
Well, if they can afford it.
And the girls?
Yes, if they can afford it. Knowledge is priceless, so if you can afford it, I give it to you.
Is DJ Kubla single?
Yes, I'm single.
Searching?
The music, I'm still searching for the right music to make sure.
No! We're not talking about the music. We're talking about
everything. For me, everything is music. Because if the music will actually tell me, okay, this is where you have to go to, this is who you have to let into your life, this is why you have to do this, this is why you don't have to do this. So it's all codes.
Well, ladies, he's single. He hasn't said if he's searching or not, but as he said, if you can afford it. So hey, if I were you, just look for a way to say, I want to come and learn music, and you get closer.
At least you start from.
You start from there. You
Start from there. There will know.
If the music.
That is.
So what other plans do you have for 2016? What are your plans? Who are you working with now? Who is the music artist that's cooking up something? And we're going to be expecting another major hit pretty soon.
Major thing is I work according to what comes forward, and anything going to put us on a different level. I'm always keen to take interest in it.
Okay.
So at the moment, what I'm just trying to do is trying to establish people that I've worked with, trying to make sure that okay, these guys have their own sound and they can represent it for a long time, because I won't just want to work with an artist and then when the artist wants to come back tomorrow, I'm not available. I need to be able to sustain the trend that we've created with such artists, because I don't really create the same sound for every
people.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I kind of switch it so that they can stand out in their own specific areas. So that's our purpose.
That means if I ever have the dream to become a music artist, I'm sure DJ Kubron will just create one perfect sound.
Sure.
Before you know it, Simo will be out. Oh,
You didn't do like this.
I'm telling you, fantastic one.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic one. Any other thing you want to chip
I
in?
don't know. I'm just mesmerized, really. It's cool. Because to be sincere, I love music. I love sound. So I listen to like music for the sound. So that's what makes me say, oh, who is this Kubulong guy? And I'm really honored, to meet you today.
Any last word to the people out there who are looking forward to becoming a music artist, a music producer like you, and have no idea how to go about it?
Well, what I would just say is everyone has their own, source of pursuit of, what makes them happy. So the major thing is as long as you're ready to sustain it for a very long time, you need to make sure you sacrifice, a lot for it.
Yeah.
And by a lot, I mean it may be, you have to pay dues. You have to respect the code of the hustle, and that is you being patient, then focused. Because in patience, you're going to meet the right people that are going to make it work for you. So you don't have to do everything. Just do your part. Every other thing will fall in place.
There you have it. DJ Kubron is giving it all. I mean, this is an amazing moment for us, trust me. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
For having me.
So, for those of you who's been wondering who is producing these hit tracks we've been having back to back, here is a superstar, the man behind the masterpiece. Everything you hear that is a hit song, this man does perfectly well. So thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Great to have you.
Yeah.
All right, then, this is where we wrap up the show. Of course, we're wrapping it up in a very big way. I mean,
we have to wrap it up with some music and more dance. More DJ
I think
Kubulong.
maybe this time I can try out another dance.
Okay, fantastic.
We get it in the dance. Okay, now let's have the last song to wrap up the show. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. Remember that we'll always be here. Catch us on our social media platform. If you have anything you want to talk about, you want to ask about him, go to our social media platform and get all the questions down there. We'll get you the answer pretty soon. See ya. All right.
Have fun.
I'm a very bad dancer.
Oh, this is amazing, though. Thank you.
I want you to know that I love you so.